Hey there, Gemini, and welcome to your week of November 29th, 2021 General Tarot reading. We're going to try to help you out by taking a look at your energy coming into this week, some possible challenges and possible outcome cards for you this week as well. We're going to try to help you by checking out some clarifiers for all those cards and tying everything off with an oracle card at the end. Hopefully everything's going good, but remember that these are general readings, Gemini, so all of it, maybe some of it or none of it will resonate with you. If it does resonate or parts of it does resonate, that's great. If it doesn't or parts of it doesn't, it's just not part of your message. So don't try to make it fit. Don't try to make something that doesn't fit. Don't try to force it. So with that all out of the way, let's get into your reading. See what we got for you here, Gemini. All right. So you're coming in as the Nine of Wands, the Nine of Cups, and the Two of Wands here. I feel you've been through something rough here at this time, or something rough in your past is kind of informing you of how you are now, perhaps. With the Nine of Wands, that is the wounded warrior. This is someone who's been on the front lines for too long, someone who's been beaten but not broken. So I feel like you're quite resilient here, which is great. Awesome, always good to hear. But I feel like this is more in your past, right? It could be present as well, too, as they are general readings. But I just feel like in your past, maybe you were a little roughed up in some way, probably emotionally, here with the Nine of Cups coming up next. Potentially, or it could be any number of ways here. But I feel like this is good because this is putting you in a better space overall, if that makes sense here. With the Nine of Cups, it is a card of fulfillment, satisfaction. You can see this person here on this bench. Excuse me. I got the hips or something today. But this person on this bench here in front of all these cups, they're beaming with pride. They're quite happy, right? They're proud of their accomplishments. So I feel like maybe something as bad as kind of you've gone through, maybe a rough relationship or something like that, has led to you kind of maybe being proud of yourself. Maybe you realized some sort of situation you were dealing with or a person you were dealing with wasn't good for you, and you got rid of it and you walked away from them or the situation or what have you, and now you're feeling good about yourself because you're proud of yourself. And I've been there before. I walked away from a toxic relationship myself, and I'm quite proud of myself because I at the time wasn't really that kind of a person. I wasn't confident enough in myself, and I wasn't hadn't a good enough self-esteem to do things like that. So maybe you're going through something similar, which is fantastic. I know how good that feels, so that's great. And with the Two of Wands here, it's a card of stability, and it's a card of kind of having the world in your hands. As you can see, this person does have a globe in their hands here, but it's sort of to say that this person wants to, like, they have the whole world in their hands. Like, they have all these options. They could do anything they want with their life because they're in a stable position. So I feel like you're you're in a good position here, even though you may be a little roughed up from before. But I feel like you're ready to go back out there and get back at things and not let this hold you down from the rest of your life. So that's beautiful. So let's take a look and see what we got for some possible challenges here for you, Aquarius. I just did Aquarius's reading. So for you, Gemini, let's see what we got. We got the Ten of Wands. They also had the Ten of Wands in their reading as well. So very interesting. The Ten of Wands, the Seven of Cups, and the Four of Wands. All right. So the Ten of Wands, it can be it's a card of having a lot of weight and stresses and fears and such on your shoulder here, just feeling like the weight of the world is on you. So potentially, that could be for some of you out there feeling a very heavy burden at this time. Maybe still kind of dealing with some emotional baggage here, but tens are cards of completion. So I feel like you are close to a completion here, even though it does feel like kind of like you're going to be carrying this weight around forever. We also have the Seven of Cups here. Like we're talking about with the world in your hands here with the Two of Wands, you can do whatever you want here. The Seven of Cups can also represent an analysis paralysis, right? Having so many options. It's like, what do I do next, right? So potentially there for you, that is You know, maybe this is a little overwhelming. Like, you can do whatever you want, and it's like, I can do whatever I want, and then, oh my god, I can do whatever I want. You know, like that kind of an energy where it's like, holy geez, like, why do I have so many options? I have a friend of mine who has attention deficit disorder, ADHD. He is a big time ADHD, and like, you put a game or anything in front of him that like where he has like a lot of choice, and he can watch the things short circuiting in his head, right, in real time. It's pretty intense. But yeah, that could be something that's going on for you. It's like, where do I go from here? And a lot of it could feel, I feel like a lot of it could be illusionary here. Like, you see, like, this doesn't seem real, right? What this person's dealing in front of all these cups, they all have different things in them. And it's like, how are you having this, that, and the other, right? You can feel very, very much like, what is going on here? What's real? So you might be having a little troubles there as well. With the Four of Wands here, it is a card of happiness. Maybe you feel like that's something that is kind of what you could have had, right? You could be looking at as if this is a reflection here, like you're looking through a sort of like a portal through this archway, seeing like, this is what could have been, right? If you had just stuck it out with this bad person, like maybe you're having some like, you know, regrets about your decision here. But that's just, I feel like for myself anyway, I kind of went through a little bit of that too with when I broke up with that person, as I mentioned before, but where I felt like, oh, did I even do the right thing here? Like, did I make a mistake? Was I the bad guy the whole time? But that's just more of that kind of separation, right? That kind of like you were with a person and now you're by yourself and you're alone, and it's kind of like, oh my god, did I do the right thing? Because now I'm alone and I'm stuck with my thoughts and all that stuff, right? So don't let that bog you down, all right? So that might just be part of that weight with the Ten of Wands that's holding you back here. So let's take a look at some possible, well, there's one, possible outcome cards for you here. We got the Justice card coming through, sign a Libra. So you may have Libra in your chart or might be dealing with a Libra. Very interesting. So let's take a look at the rest of your, oh, there's another one. And the Chariot, sign of Cancer. So you may have Cancer in your chart as well, too. I'm a Cancer sun myself, so we might be Cancer buddies. And the Empress. Wow. Yeah, this decision to walk away from this person or this situation, like whatever it may be, you absolutely made the right decision, for sure. With the Chariot, the Justice, and the Empress cards, that is incredible, really, to be honest. The Justice card is, like I said, sign of Libra. It's all about being fair. It's about being just. It's about doing what's right, you know, but right by not just yourself, but by everyone else. And it's not right to be tied up in a relationship that's not going anywhere and you're being treated unjustly. So that's wonderful. That's fantastic. Note all these people are sitting on like positions of power here too. Very, like, that's you coming in very strong too. The Chariot here, like I said, sign of Cancer. The Chariot is about going out and being proactive and doing, you know, making the world work the way you want it to. You see these two sphinxes on the front. They're trying to pull you. They represent external forces. They're kind of trying to pull you left and right, trying to pull you in different directions here. And the Chariot, when you are in the Chariot's power, you're saying, no, we're going the way I want to go. So you're, you know, kind of, it's showing your strength in a way of like actually applying it, rather than a card like the Strength card, for instance, which is about maybe a show of strength and having an aura of strength. Instead, this is you actually being out and applying it and being like, no, we're doing what I want to do, and I'm taking the reins. We're going the direction I want to go here. And it's also a card of big time success too. So fantastic with that as well. And the Empress on top of all of this, beautiful. The Empress is all about abundance. She's all about growth. She's all about creating and birthing into the world beautiful things here. So that is fantastic. With the Empress as well, you can see maybe this is a time for you to kind of get back to nature. Maybe you want to spend some time outside, maybe in a park or something like that. As you can see, she's out one with nature at this time. And you also have this wheat here all at her feet, sort of that bounty, that abundance of, you know, the earth's bounty here. So yeah, I just feel like you're heading towards an incredibly abundant time in your life. You're just going to have a ton of success, and it's going to be, what you deserve. Like, it's going to be, just for you. So that is fantastic here, Gemini. That's absolutely beautiful. So let's get into some clarifiers for you. But before we get into them, thank you so much for making it this far with me. Hope this has been resonating with you. Hope this has been clicking with you. We're going to tie everything off with an oracle card after these clarifiers, so you're going to want to stick around for that. But let's get in and clarify your energies here. See what's going on. We got the Page of Swords, 10 of Pentacles, and the 9 of Wands again. When a card comes out clarifying itself, or even just repeats in a reading in general, that's very strong. So again, the 9 of Wands, I feel like this, again, was a tough situation, but it didn't break you. That's the important part. Is like, this was something that bent you, but you did not break. So that is fantastic. That's really awesome. Again, that's getting close to a completion, like the 10 of Wands. So yeah, I feel like you're almost there. You're almost ready to get to this energy back here. So that's beautiful. With the Page of Swords here, yeah, I just feel like you might feel a little confused at this time. Like, I feel like you feel good about yourself overall with that 9 of Cups, as we were talking about, that satisfaction. But with the Page of Swords here, I feel like you're still just a little confused. Like, did I make the right decision and such? So, because the Page of Swords, as you can see, it's very cloudy. She can't really see where she's going here at this time. Hell, she can barely see the sword she's carrying too. So, we got that, and we got the 10 of Pentacles as well. I feel like that's on your mind, that abundance, that kind of like, having your world being in a very good place here. Your physical material world here, of course. I feel like that's on your mind, and maybe you felt like you're missing out on that, right? Because of, you walking away from this situation or this person. I feel like maybe you feel like you're missing out on that, but I feel like you're forging a path to that, but just in another way, right? And I feel like this person or the situation that you walked away from wasn't going to get you that. So very good, very good. So let's take a look at some possible clarifiers for your challenge cards here. See what's happening with them. We got the Knight of Cups, the Death card, and the 9 of Pentacles. A lot of 9s in your reading here. The Death card has shown up. This is a sign of Scorpio. So you may have Scorpio in your chart. Might be dealing with Scorpio. You got 2 water signs in your reading now. And along with that, the Knight of Cups, which represents water signs as well, which would be Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. So very interesting. The Death card is about cycles coming to an end. And oddly enough, the 10 of Wands is about the end of something as well. So like, we're really close. Like, I feel like you don't think you're as close. I think you're closer than you think to a completion, to an ending of this kind of negative thought process you're going through here at this time, or this confusion, right? I feel like you're closer than you think, but you feel like you're nowhere near it, right? We also have the 9 of Pentacles. 9s, we have 4 9s in your reading here, but 3 unique 9s. 9s are signs of, near completions, right? So like I say, you're so close here. With the 9 of Pentacles, though, it's kind of like a on your own, kind of independent energy here. So again, that might be a challenge. You might think that you can't do this on your own, but you can. And with the Knight of Cups as well, you're kind of wading through the water. You're kind of partway through, and you might be feeling like maybe I should turn around. Like maybe I should go back to that situation, back to this person. But no, you're in the river. You're in the middle of the river. You got to keep going. If on the other side, the side that you're heading towards is all of that you want. See, you're facing this. The Death card is facing this, right? You want to head back to that. Notice the 9 of Pentacles here. This person's facing backwards, thinking, I can't do this on my own. I need to go back, right? So, like I say, just keep moving forward. You're heading in the right direction. So let's take a look and see what we got for your outcome clarifiers too here, Gemini. Let's take a look. We got the Empress. Boom. Love it. The 10 of Swords and the 2 of Swords. All right. Empress repeating. You are heading towards abundance. You are heading towards good things. You are heading towards fantastic. You can see here, this Empress is a little less in nature than our past one. She's a little more material. So I feel like you're heading towards both. You're heading towards like not just natural abundance, but abundance of like a more material sense as well. So that is beautiful. With the Ten of Swords, this is going to come to an end quickly. Like this negative thought process you've been going through, it is going to come to an end quickly. The Ten of Swords, it is a brutal, fast end to something here. It's like ripping the Band-Aid off, right? So you are heading towards a very strong position here. And like I was saying before, it's closer than you think. You're closer to this energy than you think you are. And with the Two of Swords here, it's just saying, like, if you want to take your blindfolds off, you want to look around and see, like, there are new lands here. There are places you can go. You don't have to stay here with the negativity. You don't have to stay here with the bad stuff. You can move on into a better place for yourself, Gemini. So I'm loving all that. So let's take a look and see what we got for your oracle card to tie everything off. Hopefully this has been helping you out. Hopefully this has been resonating with you. Appreciate you sticking it out with me this far. But let's tie it all off. There's an oracle card popping out for you. What do we got? We got the Fox Spirit again. Okay, so the Fox Spirit has come out now for both you and Aquarius. Very interesting. So you may want to go give that Aquarius reading a check out after this. Maybe you got Aquarius in your chart. But the Fox Spirit is saying, think on your feet. Like you may feel like you gotta go forward, and you're going forward, and you're like, did I make the right decision and stuff? Oh man, like you just gotta think on your feet. Like think how, like, what is good for you at the moment. Like not like going back to be with a toxic person that you know is toxic. Is that good for you in the moment? Probably not. Probably what's good for you in the moment is to move forward or to do something else, or to do something else positive for yourself, right? I feel like that's what's going to get you through there. Maybe not necessarily making a long-term plan or making like these like big sweeping changes, but like what is good for me like today, like on like whenever you're watching this video, or on Monday or Tuesday or Wednesday. What's good for me today? Like what would be good for me? What does me good? What's right for me, right? What is just for me? Like we're saying with the Libra card, with the Justice card, like what is good for me right now, rather than thinking to yourself, I need to go back because I need to go back to this person because I feel bad because I don't think I can do this, right? Instead, what would be good for you right now? Do you need support from like your friends or your family? Ask them for support. You need to spend some time with somebody you care about. Go spend some time with them. You need to sit down and binge a TV show. Go do it. Do you need to, maybe you need to, buy a tub of ice cream and just mow it down in one sitting. Who knows? Now I want ice cream, but but that's the kind of thing, right? Like whatever's good for you, whatever helps you get through this in the moment, I feel like is what's going to get you there to the point where you're going to realize, you know what, I can do this on my own. So I hope that has been helping you out, Gemini. If you want to help out the channel though, Gemini, you can hit that like button down below, that thumbs up. That helps out the channel a ton, lets YouTube know you like the content. You can subscribe to the channel as well. That way you can check out these videos much, much easier. That way you just find the channel. It'll just be in your subscriptions. And of course, check out your Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus sign videos too after this one. Hopefully everything is resonating with you and helping you out there too. Thank you again for being here, Gemini, and I hope to see you in the next video.